Good morning.
Good morning.
Day
Doing the dishes.
day 3, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Day 3. I know it looks just like day 2. We're in the same clothes, same messy hair, same baggy eyes, same scenery.
Same aches and pains.
Yesterday the sun was right over your head though, so this is different. It's right in the middle of us. But today we have a 7.9 or a 9.9 mile day. Probably we'll do the 7.9, but depends on what time it is when we get there. The 7.9 is a cold spring shelter. The 9.9 is called Rocky Bald. It's not a shelter, but apparently it's got beautiful views and big rocks, and you can get a good sunrise view. So just depends on what we want to do.
We don't have as much uphill today, so maybe we can get a little farther.
Maybe. There's three uphills, but 2 of them are pretty big. One's kind of little. So anyway, we slept good last night. The weather has been perfect. 50s at night, 75 during the day. It'd be nice if it was a little cooler during the day, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll take it.
Nice.
Better than rain. And better than 80s and 90s.
I don't see a cloud in the sky.
Nope. Clear skies again. Perfect. So anyway, we're gonna finish packing up. We just had our breakfast. We're just finishing our coffee. Got our tent down already.
Do a little teeth brushing and head on up the trail.
All right, see you shortly. All right, here we go.
Again.
Day 3.
We're loaded up.
Loaded up.
Stiffened up.
Yes. We tried to loosen up and stretch, but still feel stiff. So here we go. See what today brings. Probably more stiff bones and muscles and joints.
Beautiful up here. Very quiet.
It is.
So pretty, all these big oak trees.
I know. Turn around so they can see where we're going for a minute. And of course, it's up, going up. All right. We'll see you up the trail.
Along the trail here. Keep on this blow down.
Tree all the way up there.
Blew down here. And navigate this.
If you were short, you'd have a hard time.
Okay, so this is the top of the tree. You can see what's on top of the tree there. Spanish moss and lichen. All right, I gotta do it.
We're above the clouds. Look at that view. Isn't that cool how the clouds are all settled right there?
Yeah. Beautiful.
We just used a bathroom. Ta-da! We're gonna walk up there to the observation tower. Have a break. Have a snack. There's the tower. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Wow. Gonna go up there and have a snack. And look at the view. Didn't want to climb anymore, but whew, wow. All right, let's finish going up. There's where we were, the bathrooms.
There's a sign down there that talks about the area here. It says people have been coming up here since the 1800s. Family camping, big groups gathering, co-ed camping, with
Wow.
chaperones.
No chaperones?
With chaperones.
Oh, with chaperones.
And they would, sometimes they'd have so many people up here, they'd have church services on Sunday. And, yeah,
Cool.
big gathering place.
Huh.
Beautiful spot.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. We just had some water. The water's been dry, so we're Got 1 more mile to Waya Shelter, and
Supposed to be
supposed,
reliable water there, so.
yeah,
'cause we're out.
supposedly, because yeah, I got
Well, we're not gonna die.
1 more
We're
swallow.
well hydrated.
Yeah. So yesterday we were way up there, Siler Bald, where that little notch is on the top of the mountain. We've hiked all the way over here. Since yesterday. The clouds are breaking up down there, and you can see a little town or homesteads and stuff. Couldn't see them before because the clouds were covering them. Still covering parts of it. So pretty. All right, we've seen the observation tower. And we're heading back into the woods. Gotta go to Waya Bald Shelter to get water because we haven't had any since this morning. We had a little bit. So, all right. I don't know if it's because I'm thirsty, but I was gonna say, I wonder why it is when you're on trail and you're hot and thirsty. And normally we don't drink Coke, but I crave an ice cold Coke on the trail.
You could go suck on that mushroom right there.
I know, I saw that. That's pretty cool looking. I don't know if you could see it on. Let me turn off the camera. Look at that mushroom or fungi, whatever it is. It's huge. It's probably the size of a dinner plate.
Big as your face.
Anyway, I'm craving a cold glass with ice of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we all have our preferences, I guess. Craving an ice frosted mug with a beer in it.
Well, that would be good
Of course, I
too.
wouldn't want to continue hiking after I drank that, so that would.
No,
That's for the end of the trip.
that's for the end celebration. We found the shelter. It's down there. I can't see it, but we're almost there to get some water. All right, so you remember when I said we were going to get water at the shelter? Well, that didn't happen.
There was no water.
There was no water. It was dry as a bone. We haven't had water all day.
Just this morning.
Well, that was like a swallow this morning.
Yeah, we had enough to cook our food.
And yeah, enough to cook our food and then had a little swallow. So we're supposedly going to, I forget what it's called, something spring. According to Far Out, it says it's got a good flow, so
It's only about 0.6 miles away.
yeah, we're almost there. A little over half a mile.
We really haven't been in a situation where we didn't have water for 6 hours or more.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard him, but he said we've never been in this situation where we haven't had water for this long. So,
I mean, we're not going to die.
yeah, we're not going to die, but still,
Thirsty.
I'm so thirsty. We had to eat our snacks and our lunch without anything to drink with it. Those crackers went down pretty dry, pretty slow.
No electrolytes today.
No electrolytes because we haven't had any water. Been sweating.
Probably cramp up like a couple of clams today.
Huh?
Probably cramp up like a couple of clams tonight.
Cramp up like a couple clams tonight. Hopefully not. I'm gonna guzzle some water when we get to it. Anyway, just thought I'd update. All right. Hopefully next time I turn the camera on, we'll be getting water. Somebody made this nice funnel. We used sticks to funnel the water. Pretty nice. Picture spot. Whew. Yeah, that's pretty.
It'll do a little better in the wintertime.
Yeah, if there were no tree or leaves right there, you could see it. You can see that, that's pretty. We made it. We made it. Water.
Nice little leaf setup somebody made there too.
Uh-huh. I came out of the woods from over there to a road and a pretty little meadow. We go that way, back in the woods. Look at all these huge ferns. All on the hillside as we climb up this mountain. Trying to get to our campsite. Cold Spring Shelter. We're kind of off our planned scheduled days. So anyway, all right, okay. There is the shelter. We'll see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. This is a hard climb. We were talking about maybe sleeping in the shelter tonight, but I want to look at it first.
Very basic.
It's so low to the ground. Well, I just looked on Far Out, and this is our last water source for the next 2 days. So we're filling up all 4 of our water bottles, and then we're filling up our CNOC bags. I don't know what people will do. Well, we hiked Kevin hiked. Found this up here. We were gonna go another 0.3 miles, but he found this one, so, and it's got a little partial picnic bench, but the view is beautiful. So we're gonna eat dinner over here. We'll have dinner and a view. Well, we're all set up again. We're up on top of a ridge. Still have to hang our food bags, but we're going to get or drink our hot chocolate with our chairs at the overlook before we go to bed. See, we're way up here. Better have a view after all the climbing we did today. Set my hot chocolate down real quick.
That's pretty.
Sun shining off of the mountain over there as it's setting. Kevin's in there getting ready for bed. It's almost dark. And we have one neighbor over there. There's his tent over there.
Good evening. We're here again in the tent. We did stop at the Cold Spring shelter where the water was very slow. But we managed to fill up our waters and we got our tent set up on the ridge above the shelter. We had talked about maybe staying in the shelter because we've never done that. But it looked kind of mousy.
Yeah.
And
Set
also,
real low to the ground,
and also there's other hikers that might be in there tonight, and you know, you have more privacy here. So anyway, we're here on top of the ridge, really nice spot. We had a nice view and nice dinner, and we had a good day.
it's a hard day.
We hiked 8 miles from Spring Wine Campsite. We went up and looked. We hiked up the mountain all morning, and we went to Waya Bald, and that was beautiful. And then we hiked down and back up again to get here. So it was a really hard day, and also water is kind of an issue. We walked about 6 hours today without any water, and so we're trying to make sure we have enough water to carry us through tomorrow. And then the last day is all downhill. So we
should be okay.
We have planned tomorrow. We got to walk 5.6, which is easy. 5.8, and it's pretty easy. And then other than we do have some inclines, but
and the last day is 6.2.
All downhill.
Yeah,
so
we did our big miles in the beginning.
So I think we got it all mostly behind us as far as the hard stuff, and just having a beautiful time.
We say that, but then tomorrow we'll be doing our closeout video. It was hard. North Carolina's hard. We got some big mountains.
Yeah. Pretty tall. So anyway, we're gonna tuck on in here. We'll check with y'all in the morning.